I just heard the other day an interesting fact that every time the Jews had a sovereignty in Israel, it lasted 73 years, right? David, Solomon, 73 years, then Hashmonaim, until Shlom Tzion, 73 years, and now we're entering the 73rd year of Israel. Can we break the record? So I want to ask both of you, Rudy, maybe you could say, what is your message? What is your wish to the Jewish people? If you were like all the Jews were listening to you right now, kind of like how everybody just got in their homes, we're quarantined and sort of together. Maybe now we could turn on a channel and everybody's now listening to your message. What would be your message? Short message to all the Jews who can hear us now at this crucial point in time, and then I want to hear Dr. Laitman. So
first of all, going from number 72 to 73, 72 is a very powerful number in itself. The amount of names that Hashem has is 72. It's a multiple of 18 as well. But I think what we need to figure out is what is our next chapter, because we're not united with something greater like we were in 48 or in the past. It didn't matter if you're right, left, religious, secular, you were united behind a common thing that allowed you to overcome the struggles that you were facing with, whether it be, a macro struggle of enemies around you or a micro struggle of your situation at home. I think Israel doesn't need wars every few months in order to unite. I think we need a greater purpose in order to unite, and that these external reasons of anti-Semitism and wars in Israel and all that stuff is more so to find a way to bring us together because we haven't found our own way. And when I deal with anti-Semitism on college campuses, it's a lot of misinformation. It's a lot of people that have been taught horrible things about Israel, but I think there's a purpose to it, because through this negativity, there's actually light that is created, because it forces a lot of Jews to have to face their identity, to have have these conversations, to ask themselves deeper questions. And when we look at characters of Jewish history, like Moshe Rabbeinu, one of the most enlightened individuals that we've had in history, what was the moment that he was enlightened? When he saw an Egyptian slave master strike a Jew. So through anti-Semitism came light. And even Herzl, who, yes, had his own flaws and his philosophy evolved, but played a major role in helping Am Yisrael come back to Israel. What was that moment for him? Well, the Dreyfus trials, when Dreyfus was getting tried and there was Mo Juif, death to Jews, being chanted outside just because he was a Jew, that's kind of the realization that came. So we have to understand that there's a purpose to everything in this world. And anti-Semitism, there's a purpose to it. Now, of course, we need to fight it, and through fighting it, we learn and we're able to attain more information. But in order to transcend it, we have to find two things, I think. One, who are we? What is Am Yisrael? Who are we? And what are we supposed to do? What is both our purpose in this world and the greater purpose? And I think when we start uniting people and finding that greater image, those answers will start to reveal themselves.
Thank you, Dr. Laitman. So if everybody's listening to you right now, all the Jews in Israel, maybe even the world, what would be the message now at this kind of point in time, with the crisis, with Independence Day, with everything, this opportunity? What do we need to do? How do we get to a better place?
We are in fact a representation, a collection of all nations of the world. This was our foundation, the foundation of the people of Israel, is the representatives of all the nations that existed in ancient Babylon and connected with Abraham, followed Abraham. And that's why there are so many different colors and flavors among us, and it's hard for us because we carry within us all the roots of all the nations of the world. However, the difference with us is that we have took upon ourselves the condition in the past of love thy friend as thyself. And it was the carrying out of this tenet that made us a unique nation, even though that deep within us we're built from the nations of the world. There is no such nation called the people of Israel. This is also written in the Torah. They are not counted among the nations. Written again and again. And today, even though we have this feud between us and clash between us, and we're separated and scattered, and without pressure from the nations of the world, we would never even consider being together. We would just keep running away from each other. What we need to do today is just recognize that our unity is the only thing that can bring us power, and then we'll be able to also lead the world towards unity. And this unity will ripple through the system around us, and that is in fact our purpose for existence as a group. We have to be light unto the nations in showing to humanity how human beings can in fact be unified, and by that become united with the higher force of nature, the Creator, and connect with that force as well. That's the goal, and we can no longer run away from it. Either the blows that the world is now going through will teach us to do it in a harsh way, or we're going to be able to consciously run faster than these blows and move towards unity and bring all the world to a better life. That's what we're facing, and that's the only thing we actually need to say to explain. And the truth is that all of the history and geography and all of that just does a lot of confusion to people. We just need to talk about our purpose, which is unity, and showing that example of unity to the world. And deep down, the people of the world are waiting for that. They want to see us do that. They need us to do that, and they will happily accept it. And then we will actually go back to what is called Zion. Zion refers to the exit from the human ego into the illuminated world.